Hi, welcome to Becky Cortino Live. I'm an author and international speaker, currently writing a book on forgiveness, and I'm passionate about sharing what I've learned in writing this book with you. I began doing these Becky Cortino Lives during the month of August. I signed on with a program of every day in August going live, so here we are. Melanie, welcome. So good to see you. Thank you for joining me tonight. One thing that I've learned in writing this book on forgiveness is that we can easily look for forgiveness even in the best intention of our efforts that we might make, but in all the wrong places. In all the wrong places, and we are transported there to those places through the misdirection of our efforts and our focus. So I have some examples to share with you tonight and see if any of these ring a bell, if they seem at all familiar to you. The first is actually deception. These are those moments in time, you know, when someone comes up to you and says, "Hey, Melanie, how are you doing today?" Or just whatever, just checking to see how you're doing. Are you okay? And what do you answer 9 times out of 10? Almost everyone says, "Oh, I'm fine. I'm okay," right? No matter what. I mean, no matter if you're falling apart or have already crumbled inside. And most often people will just do that. So that's a bit of a deception kind of thing, isn't it? Because we just don't want to talk about it, especially if it's an issue regarding forgiveness. But then also sometimes people will put on sort of a performance, if you will, that will make the rest of the world believe that all is well, even when it's not. And we know that that happens. It's sort of our saving face, or to put on a different sort of impression so that other people will believe that all is well, when in fact we really would like to reach out and talk with somebody. Then second is distraction. And by that I mean we get busy with just so many things. And aren't there just so many great things that we can get busy with and do, right? There are just so many things to do, to be busy with, and in that way we have like no time to think about these issues. We have no time to think about the issues, the problem, the situation, or the people. So, it's okay, we're just busy, right? I've got to go. I got to be someplace in 5 minutes. Hey, Lana, good to see you tonight. I hope that you all are having a great weekend this weekend. So those are all parts of that. So we've got the distractions going on as well. So, and those can be things that we put on ourselves or that we don't. We might even possibly focus our attention away from the problem or the situation onto someone else. We turn our attention over to someone else or something else. And it could be, it's easier. It's just easier to do because I don't have to deal with that situation, that situation, right? That situation that I really rather put off, or hopefully all will just be well. Hey Debbie, good to see you tonight. So that is another. So we've got distraction going on that sometimes we really do ourselves too. Then also there's despair. Despair is another way. It's the third way that I believe is quite often something that will transport us away from our best intentions of wanting to move toward forgiveness. And that is a distortion of reality, that we actually are just not seeing things with clarity. It's understandable. It was an upsetting situation. It's a difficult problem. It's an ordeal. And how can we see our way through this? So it's understandable. That definitely can happen, and it takes time to stand back and analyze the situation. Then also, of course, there's discouragement. Discouragement comes through despair, especially when we begin believing the world's lies, whatever that is. And I'm not even talking about fake news. I'm just saying in general, those things that would discourage us, that we would hear, that maybe would give us no hope. We just feel like there was no hope. Or what others say about you. You might even begin, or some people might begin to believe some of the things that people are saying about them, which are profoundly untrue, but it makes them feel badly. It makes the person who's being talked about, or the things that are being said, not look in the best light. And of course it's hurtful. It's really hurtful. And can you add to this list? you may well have some other ideas as well. These are 3 areas, deception, distraction, and despair, that I believe are 3 of the largest areas that get in the way of true forgiveness, because they are obstacles and because they're kind of another path that take us down another road away from the actual restoration of a relationship and resolution of a problem. So it's something to just keep in mind. And perhaps you have some others as well to add to the list, and feel free to add them in the comments if you have some that you'd like to add. I really appreciate you all joining tonight. If you would like to read more about what I've written about forgiveness, please visit BeckyCortino.com. I have a forgiveness blog there. Right at the top of the page as you open onto my site, you'll see forgiveness blog. And you can also sign up to receive updates about when my book on forgiveness will be available, and you'll be among the first to know when it is published. So again, tonight I just enjoyed so much having you here tonight, and I thank you for being here and hope to see you again on another Becky Cortino Live. Take care.